I am live, I believe. Let me redo this. Why is that saying that I'm not live, though? Oh, here we go. All right, so there's going to be a delay, but I'm definitely live. All right, let me just, yeah, let me just do. Now Twitter knows I'm live. We're fine. Okay. Can you hear me? That's what I really want to know. I need somebody to go into the chat just to let me know if I'm live. What up, Jason? Can you hear me? Is my mic good? Can you hear my voice? I need to know if my audio is good before I get started here. Does it sound better if I go like this? Worse like that? What up, Green Arrow? Can you guys hear me? How's my audio sound? Cool. Does it sound good? Does it sound bassy? Because that's what I need to know. Oh, 3 viewers. I think it is. As long as you can hear me, that's cool. I'll wait till a couple more guys get in here before I get started. But this is going to be my live Killer Flicks tag video. I figured I'd do it live just to do something a little different. I don't think anybody else has done theirs live. So this is going to be interesting. Plus, you guys get to see my new I Know What You Did Last Summer poster behind me. Just got that thing in the mail. Take that, Limax. Ryan Limax. Okay. All right. Everybody's in. We got 3 guys checking it out. I think one is me. So this is also posted on Killer Flicks. So, well, it's there's some. Yeah, I posted a post on Killer Flicks about me being live. So this is going to be my Killer Flicks tag video, and it's going to be live. So whoever comes in here, guys in the chat, just let them know what's going on. We are going to start with question number 1. All right, question number 1 is who's your favorite vampire character, performance, etc. in a killer flick? And this is from Matt Fessel. Matt Fessel is one of my good buddies. I'm actually writing something with him. As a good friend of mine runs the Flick Fanatics channel. He's a huge Nicolas Cage fan. I'm doing great, buddy. Let me answer this question. Favorite vampire character? Well, Lee from Drum Dums actually beat me to this, but I actually have this VHS right next to me, Interview with a Vampire. I actually found this in my basement. I put this on Instagram if you want to go over and check out the picture. And it's not rewound, I don't think. Nope. The last time I watched it was probably when it came out. Well, a couple times. David from The Lost Boys is dope. Great character, Kiefer Sutherland. But I'm going to go with Lestat in Interview with a Vampire. Just like my boy Lee. Tom Cruise, I think, should have been nominated for an Oscar for that performance because he was really, really good in it. Okay. I just like how creepy he is. He's just, and he's smooth and he's funny and he's scary. It's just, there's a lot of different elements that go into him being a really cool character. Brad Pitt is also very underrated in that. I think he's very good. So the next question is, what was the very first killer flick that opened your eyes to the world of horror? This comes from Mason Lake. So the first horror movie that I ever remember watching was John Carpenter's Vampires when I was like 7 or 8 years old, I think. It was the first time I ever saw it. I have to say the redhead girlfriend tears the clip. Nice. I feel you on that. But yeah, John Carpenter's Vampires was the very first Hey, there's another John Carpenter. John Carpenter, Halloween, 1978. Good choice. Um, but I watched John Carpenter's Vampires with James Woods back in the day, and I remember the opening scene. I was born in '89, so a few years later, with them at the hotel. I will always remember that scene. But after that, I think the one that really got me into it was Scream. Like Scream will always be the be all end all for me for horror movies. I love Scream. I have all the movies multiple times. I have a poster, I have a ghost face mask, I have two pop figures. I'm looking at getting some signed things, but it's very expensive. Um, yes, Woods was boss. But yeah, Scream, Wes Craven. You guys know if you follow my channel that I'm a huge Wes Craven fan. Um, Child's Play 2. Oh yeah, yeah, Child's Play. I think I remember Bride of Chucky coming out in theaters because I was like, I forget when that movie came out. Was it 98, 99? I was like 9 or 10 years old when it came out. Um, but yeah, Scream, Wes Craven just opened up my eyes to that. And shortly after that, I watched Friday the 13th for the first time. And chapter 4, the final chapter, is my favorite Friday the 13th film. I love, love Friday the 13th Part 4. There's a NECA figure that I've been trying to I want to pick up. He's like $30. I really want him. There's a store down about 20 minutes from me that has 4 of them, and I really want to pick the other one up. Pick one of them up. All right, so the next one um, is what's a really standout geographical setting for a killer flick, i.e., The Thing is set in Antarctica. Any you really remember and love for being so original? Yep. Scream is my baby. This is from Jake Kowalski. I think I said that right. A lot of the stuff that I like has already been covered, but I really like horror movies that take place on a college campus. It's just it's an open place, but yet it's contained at the same time. There's multiple buildings, and you can do like really cool architecture with college settings. You can make really cool buildings, gothic architecture. You can really play with the lighting. I love cinematography. I really do. There's the reason why I talk about it a lot in my videos. But you can do a lot with that. You can do multiple outside. You can do inside stuff, outside stuff. You can do multiple um, obstacles for a killer if it's a slasher movie. So I would go with a college setting. I really like a college setting for a horror movie. Okay, so number 4 is what killer flick are you embarrassed to say that you love, Dylan Clancy? Okay, bro, here we go. Um, is there anything that I am embarrassed to say I love? Well, I love all kinds of horror movies, and I'm not really embarrassed to say that I love most of the stuff that I like, but I guess you can say that um, The Covenant. The Covenant is not a good movie at all. It's really bad. It's pretty bad, actually. It's directed by Rennie Harlan, who directed Friday the 13th. Oh, My Bloody Valentine 2009 is a great movie. What are you talking about, man? You don't have to be ashamed about that. It's really good. The practical effects are amazing. Really good movie. Jensen Ackles is awesome in it. Kerr Smith is good. The guy that plays the miner is super underrated. I forget his name, but I said it in my review if you want to check it out. Um, but The Covenant, it's stylish early 2000s cheese. It's not a good movie whatsoever, but I love it. I freaking love it. What's up, Pat? You missed like the first 4 questions, but you know what the Killer Flex tag is by now. Um, I yeah, I'm gonna go with Yeah, yeah, that's why I love Urban Legend, because it takes place on a college campus. I love the sequel too. I love Final Cut. I think it's super underrated. I know a lot of people don't like that movie, but I do. Um, yeah, so the one that embarrasses me that I love is The Covenant. It's an action horror. It's not really I'm not. It's more action than horror, but okay. The next one. There's a lot of killer flicks out there based on true events. Do you have a favorite, and how accurate do you think the story is, Nick Puso? Um, there's a lot of killer flicks out there that are based on true events. Um, well, that's kind of hard because I haven't seen too many movies based on true events, other than The Strangers. Um, oof, I haven't seen the new Hellraiser yet. I knew I forgot something. I knew I forgot something today. I was gonna go pick that up. Man, well, I'll pick it up tomorrow. Um, I'm gonna go with The Strangers because it is loosely based on new events or true events. The director, I think the story was the director was in his house, and the house next door got broken into, and that was kind of what it was based on. To me, there's a bunch that I really can't name. There's a whole bunch. I think. Now you got time. We got like 10 more questions. Yeah, but I'm gonna have to go with The Strangers. All right. What director would you like to see cross over franchises and make a killer flick? Example: Rob Zombie doing Friday the 13th. Um, Cody Archer. Yeah, anytime, and I'll tell you guys right now, anytime you see that this film is based on true events, like A Haunting in Connecticut and The Exorcism of Emily Rose, and like all these movies that you see that are based on true events, most of it is not true. Most of it is Hollywood fluff. Um, there might be a story like The Possession with Jeffrey Dean Morgan is based on true events. I can't imagine seeing a X-ray of somebody inside somebody like that. I don't believe that for a second. But Cody Archer's question: franchises, a director crossing over franchises and doing another killer flick. Well, this one is going to be something that nobody has said. Um, I love Fede Alvarez. I really, really like Don't Breathe. I like the Evil Dead remake, and I think that Fede Alvarez should do a Resident Evil movie with Jane Levy as Jill Valentine um, and Stephen Lang as Barry Burton. I want to see that movie. I want him to make a Resident Evil film, and I want it to be scary. Like I want it to be a horror film, not an action bloated fest that became the Resident Evil franchise. First two movies are kind of good. The third one's all right. Everything after that is crap. I really don't like the rest of the movies. I own two of them, but I don't own the last one because I really did not like that movie. If you want to see a rant, check out my Resident Evil final chapter review and you will see a rant. But Fede Alvarez, I think, should direct a Resident Evil film, a rebooted Resident Evil film. Um, you might want to hurry up on that because Victor Crowley is selling out in most places that I've seen it. So you might want to even order it online. Um, thank you. Now, yeah, I feel so good that I made your day, dude. I just got the poster frame today. I got the poster in the mail the other day. It actually came a couple days early, and it's became my favorite poster. Um, you haven't seen my videos. I have a Drive Angry poster that I love with Nicolas Cage and Amber Heard. I have a Arkham Asylum graphic novel Joker poster that you can't really see because it's over there. A Scream poster that I love, and this new one. I love it. Um, yes, I want the first game in horror form, or I want a adaptation of the first novel, Resident Evil Umbrella Conspiracy by S.T. Perry. It's the perfect Resident Evil movie. Like, it's right there. Or they could just, cherry pick some parts from George A. Romero's script. But yeah, I think Rob Zombie did the best Halloween movie you could have done back in 2007. Um, I liked the portrait of a serial killer angle, so I think that was cool. But as far as that goes, franchises, I think Fede Alvarez should direct a Resident Evil movie. And one more thing about the posters, I want to get an Urban Legend poster. I'm gonna get rid of that big brown bookcase right there, and I'm gonna put an Urban Legend poster right next to it. So once I have that, I'll have the big three slasher franchises posters on my wall. That Silent Night, Deadly Night poster from Scream Factory and Drive Angry is the bomb. Nice. It's great in 3D. It's great in 3D. If you have a 3D TV, check it out. I don't have a 3D TV. I actually saw it in theaters in 3D, but it was cool. All right, number 7. What killer flick was the toughest to watch? Examples: Triangle, Inside, Sallow, Audition, Jason Miller. James Wan would do all right too. I think he would doing the Resident Evil series after seeing Insidious, or even Lee Winnell. I think Lee Winnell would direct a fantastic Resident Evil movie. I love Insidious 3. But tough to watch movies. I've seen Audition. Holy crap, really hard to watch. If you're new to extreme horror, I guess another one would be American Guinea Pig Experiment. Really, really tough to watch. Serbian film, super hard to watch. It's I remember, I think it was called Touristas with Ryder Strong. I think it was called Touristas. Yeah, super mess up movie about going to Mexico. And then the first Hostel. I remember Eli Roth just like opening the floodgates of like really tough to watch movies, and that was like crazy insane for the time that it came out. Then the one scene in Green Inferno, I have never watched Green Inferno all the way through, but there's one scene where the dude's getting mutilated, and I just cannot watch that scene. It's so realistic. It's so real. That's why I just can't watch it. It makes me feel uncomfortable, and I don't want to watch anymore. Number 8. Who's your favorite killer flick final girl other than Jamie Lee Curtis? Esther Meeks. Esther. Jamie Lee Curtis is not my favorite final girl. I love Jamie Lee Curtis. I think she's an incredible actress. I love her in True Lies. I love her in Trading Places. I just watched The Fog the other night, and she's awesome in it. Adrienne Barbeau is my queen, though. But yeah, she's really good. Terror Train, Prom Night. Yeah, she's awesome. She's not my favorite. My favorite final girl, if you're not already surprised, it's going to be Neve Campbell. She's awesome as Sidney Prescott. She's my favorite of all time. I think she's a badass. She gets even smarter and tougher throughout the series. She never gets old. Like, I like her character is always fresh, always new. There's not much you can do to Sydney. I always say Cindy for some reason. No, I know it's Sid. Oh, I want to show you guys this. I just got this the other day. I got the Scream collection. This is the 3-film DVD collection. Really dope. Really dope. Look at the back. Love this thing. Really cool. It's a DVD collection. It's a little banged up, but it is so worth it. If you can find one, get it because it's awesome. It even comes with this cool booklet. It just tells you about the movies and stuff. It's really cool. It's even got a kill count. Like, showing you people that died in the movie and stuff. There's posters and things that you can buy. I mean, they don't really have any of this stuff anymore, but if you can find some of it, like the 11 by 17 poster is available online. But yeah, I'm going Cindy. I don't know why I say Cindy. Oh, and I also get Red Eye. Right there. Red Eye. Awesome movie. Okay. What did you say? None of the killer flick movies were tough enough for me to watch. I enjoyed all the ones I watched. Well, there are some out there that you might not be ready to watch. Yeah, so Nev Campbell for Final Girl. All right, so number 9, killer flick that scarred you for life. Gabriella Caper and Monty Smith. What up, Monty G? Okay. Somebody posted a photo on Instagram. I don't care. Okay. Scarred me for life. 2 films. George A. Romero's, the remake of George A. Romero's Night of the Living Dead, because I was like 8 or 9 years old the first time I saw the remake. And when the girl gets to the farmhouse, scared the crap out of me when I was a kid, especially when the hand falls from the balcony or falls from the upper area of the house, the second floor, and then he falls out. Super creepy. The zombie effects are really, really good in that. Really good. I don't know. I know Tom Savini directed it, but I don't know if he had anything to do with the special effects. But they're really good. They're really lifelike and really, really crazy looking. Yeah, Nev Campbell's my girl. And then the other one is The Sixth Sense with Bruce Willis and Haley Joel Osment. The Misha Barton scene scared the crap out of me when I was a kid. For months, I was afraid to go under a tent because I thought I would see a ghost under there. Like super, super, super serious, not visceral, surreal. I don't know what I'm going for there, but that's a crazy scene. It scarred me for a while. Danielle Harris is awesome. I would definitely agree with you there. All right, what killer flick has the most killer soundtrack? Erica Kritchenbauer? I think, man, CP had a problem with that too. Man, let's go with K. How about Erica K? All right, killer soundtrack. Queen of the Damned. You can say what you want about the movie. The movie's not that great, but the soundtrack is awesome. For some reason, Jonathan Davis did the score, I think, but he couldn't get. They did a lot of songs for the movie that they couldn't get. They couldn't get the rights or something. It was weird, and he brought all of his friends in to do ghost vocals on a lot of the different songs. So you got, I think, David Draymond from Disturbed, Jonathan Davis, obviously, Chester Bennington from Linkin Park, rest in peace. That's a really good one. The Valentine soundtrack is awesome. The Crow soundtrack is awesome. Burn from The Cure. Let's see what else we got. Oh, Joyride has a good soundtrack. People Under the Stairs has a good soundtrack. Megadeth's cover of No More Mr. Nice Guy from Alice Cooper. Scream has a good soundtrack. Cabin Fever has a good soundtrack. Urban Legend has a good soundtrack. Basically, any 90s horror movie has an awesome soundtrack. The Faculty, there's a bunch. For some reason, Nightmare on Elm Street, Dream Warriors, Dokken, awesome song, great song. There's actually a lot of really cool tracks on Dream Master too, Part 4. So 11. What is the single greatest kill in a killer flick? DJ Castano. Love your last name, dude. Okay, so I'm gonna go with. There's a double kill in Friday the 13th Part 4, where I always forget his name. Crispin Glover, sorry. Crispin Glover gets a corkscrew in the hand and then a meat cleaver to the face. It's like it's such a devastating kill because you're so invested in that character at that point because you're invested with him from the beginning of the movie till just about to his death in the third act. And if you haven't seen the final chapter, come on now. I'm pretty sure everybody here has seen. Jason Voorhees is even in the chat. Okay, so you've seen it. It's an awesome kill, love it. And then a newer kill. Yep, the folding chair death in Friday the 13th 6 is awesome too. I like that one. Um, Frank's death in Hellraiser is awesome. I really like the changes pulling him apart. That's awesome. They do that again in Hell on Earth Part 3. Any other cool kills? I'm looking at my horror collection. Cursed has some cool kills. Oh, yes. I know what you did last summer. The hook to the chin and pull up over the table. That's a super cool kill. Oh, yeah, there's some really cool kills in the Leprechaun franchise. Tons of cool kills there. Brace your fear. Good for you. And a more recent kill, but it's from an older movie now, because modern films are considered like 2010 and up. Hatchet, the Pez dispenser kill, is awesome. The rig from the Hitcher you're talking about, where when the semi, oh yeah, that's brutal, especially in the remake. The remake death is super brutal. So okay, number 12. What do you think is the best performance in a killer flick? Jason Smith, my boy from Sinister Cinema Reviews. Dude, I love his videos. I love them. I'm binging them like crazy right now. I want to have a Valentine and Freddy vs. Jason. Freddy vs. Jason has a good soundtrack too. What's your best performance in a killer flick? I'm gonna go a little underrated with this one. Lance Henriksen in Pumpkinhead, because that's a really underrated performance. A lot of people talk about the special effects because it's directed by Stan Winston, and Stan Winston, if you didn't know, is a huge name in special effects makeup. So Pumpkinhead looks awesome, but Lance Henriksen is just the character goes through so much in that movie, and he throws so much emotion onto it. And it's just a schlocky horror film, but he's really good in it. Really good. What's her name from Scream 2? Laurie Metcalf. She had an awesome performance. And I want to say a TV show, The Walking Dead, because Herschel Green, Scott Wilson, he's awesome. Scott Wilson is an incredible actor. And you can even tell in Behind the Mask because he's in that too. And rumor is he's Billy from Black Christmas. So, okay. Yes, I totally agree. That's why I said it, Patrick. Number 3. What killer flick location would you like to visit? Justin Adams. Okay, so I have never been to any filming locations, which really sucks. And it really sucks for me because I'm from PA, and most of George A. Romero's films were filmed in this state. The mall from the original Dawn of the Dead is in this state, like 3 or 4 hours from me, and I've never been there. I'm pretty sure the My Bloody Valentine remake was shot here. Like, I don't know. I think some of it was shot in Canada, but some of the mines. The town that Silent Hill is based off of is in Pennsylvania. I'd love to go there. I'd love to see the house from Nightmare on Elm Street. I'd love to see the house from Halloween. Like Lee got to see like pretty much all of it. So did CP. But yeah, I'd love to see that stuff. I'd love to go there. All right, so I think we're going to go on to the last question, and then we'll banter on for a little bit, but I'm not going to be live much longer because this is a Killer Flicks thing, and I want it to be short for Killer Flicks. Question 14, and this is from Debbie Sue Voorhees, who was in Friday the 13th Part 5. And that is awesome that she even has a question here. Really cool. The double kill from the movies I can think of Friday. Awesome. CG bottle. All right. Are there any killers from a killer flick that you sympathize with? Well, it's cool that a person that was in a Friday the 13th film asked this question, because I sympathize with Jason so much. Because all he is a dude that loves his mom. Like, that's it. That's really all it is a dude that loves his mom and is dedicated to keeping his camp safe. It's just like, yeah, I'm just gonna stab you in the face, but to keep you safe. Norman Bates from Psycho, like just a kid that loved his mom, even though he's destroyed emotionally. It's ridiculous. And this one might be a little bit more out there, but I do sympathize with Billy Loomis from Scream. He is psychotic, but if you think about what happened to his character in the backstory and what you find out in part 3, I do sympathize with him. I sympathize with, I don't agree with his motives. I don't agree that the right thing to do would be to kill your girlfriend's mom. I don't. But yeah, I'm gonna go with Big J. Big J number 1. Bless you. Somebody just sneezed. Bless you again. So he just sneezed again. But bless you again. That's 3 in a row. All right, guys. So this has been the Killer Flicks tag. If you guys have any final things to say in the comments or in the chat, say it now, and I will talk about it. Because I'm wrapping things up. I don't want this to be too long. If you're watching this video and you haven't done one, consider yourself tagged. I know that the guys from We Watched a Movie are in Killer Flicks, and I would love to see Mike and Jay do a Killer Flicks tag video. Love to see it if they haven't already done it. Brian Lomax, I know he hasn't done one yet, and I'd love to see him do it. And the Horror Addicts were already tagged by Lee, but they have not done it yet, so I want to see that. And I think I got everybody that I wanted to tag. All right, so yeah, Horror Addicts, Brian Lomax, We Watched a Movie. I want to see you guys do this. And anybody else that's watching, I really do want to see you guys do your Killer Flicks tag videos if you haven't already done one. Hope you guys liked my answers, and if you want to see me go live again, let me know on Twitter. You can find me at Malzak on Twitter, or let me know on Instagram at Cavern of Terror. But yeah, I think I love doing live stuff, and I love Killer Flicks. I'm there all the time. Good buddies with a few of those guys, Lee, Dylan Clancy, bunch of guys over there on Killer Flicks that I talk to a good bit. And, new people like Jason Smith, I like checking out his videos. So that has been it for my Killer Flicks tag. I want to thank everybody that came into the chat. Jason Voorhees, Green Arrow, Robert, you're the man. Pat, Phenom Pat has been subscribed to me forever. Been subscribed to him. Patrick Holmes is a great guy. If you haven't checked out his channel, check him out. Check out Green Arrow. Voorhees, if you got a channel, check him out too. This is Big Killer Flicks. I'm stopping the broadcast here in a couple minutes, couple seconds. Hope you guys see me live again. Stay metal, my friends.